Hi everyone, and thank you so much for joining me today. Today is one of my videos that I try and do about once a month. Sometimes it's 2 or 3 times, depending on how much I've been buying. So this is a kind of video about what I've been purchasing and why I've purchased it, and sort of some of my kind of reviews of how they work, if I've been playing with it already. But I wanted to share with you what I've been getting up to and what I've been buying. So let's get started. Okay, so my light's going to reflect, and I apologize for that, but it's pretty hard to avoid with the shiny surface. So some of you have watched one of my recent videos, and I've already shared this with you, and I've got a little bit more to share with you about it. But this paper trimmer I picked up from Hobbycraft. Now, when I saw it, I thought it felt very familiar, and I was debating whether I needed it or not. It was on sale, 50% off. I'm not sure if the sale is still on, but this cost me £7.50. And I was looking at it and I was thinking, this looks just like my paper trimmer. So lo and behold, I bought it because I had to. And some of you might recognize that one. This is the Stampin' Up! One, which cost me, I think, 26 pounds, something like that. And I have loved it. It has been the best paper trimmer I've ever had. It cuts at 6 inches when you line it right up against that edge, so you don't have to think if you want to cut your paper pack down to 6 inches. It just automatically, you just butt it up against the edge and it cuts 6 inches. It has got extra bits on the top and bottom, so you can line your smallest little bit of paper up and it doesn't slip. You can hold, like, I think it's about 1 centimeter is like kind of your width you can get there. So it has been amazing, but it was expensive and the blades are expensive. I bought this one from Hobbycraft. I emailed Stampin' Up! And I did ask them, because I was under the impression they designed the other one for everyone based on what we'd sort of wanted. And they replied to me saying that they have paid for the use of the design of the paper trimmer. And that is what they have gone with because they wanted something that was... I can't remember the exact words. I will put the little blurb from Stampin' Up! If I can fit it in with my links. I'll put that down in the description box so you can read it yourself. But this is exactly the same as the Stampin' Up! Paper trimmer. 100% in every single way, apart from color, this is the same as Stampin' Up! Paper trimmer. So this is £7.50 at Hobbycraft. Cracking bargain. 100% the same as this one. But the other little thing that I thought was great is that it comes with brothers and sisters. How cute are these? They're the exact same. They're just the mini versions. So you can get a much smaller one. So the other one, the bigger one, can do 12, I think it's 12 inches long by 17 inches that direction. So you can get quite a big piece of paper in there. This one here does up to 3 inches on this edge, so you should be able to butt it up against this edge and get 3 inches by 14 inches when you extend the arm. So the arm comes out and you can get up to 14 inches that direction. So you've got your nice little mini one, and then you've got your little travel size buddy. So how cute is this? This one goes up to 2.5 inches on this side. There's no edge, but this is great if you just want to trim down a little photo for your scrapbooking, if you want to just keep it on your desk for something small and quick and easy. Again, it's got the little notches there so that you can bud your paper up if it's quite small and it won't get lost. So this one here I think was around maybe £1.50 or £2 or something. And I can't remember what this one was, but given the other one was £7.50, this was probably about £5 on offer. They are the exact same as the big one. They've got the little sticky dots on the bottom, so they don't move on your desk when you're cutting. This is just a smaller surface to work with and an even smaller surface to work with. So I am so excited about these awesome fun finds. And again, they're in Hobbycraft. They regularly go on sale. I've seen them on sale before. Now I've picked them up and I'm dead happy with them. So if you want yourself a really ace quality trimmer, Hobbycraft has the same one as Stampin' Up! And they do it in 2 different sizes as well. Absolutely awesome. Next up, I'm not sure if I've shared this with you yet. I got this. This is a We Are Memory Keepers scoreboard. I've got a 12 by 12 one. It's huge, it's bulky, it takes up a lot of space. So I picked up this little one from Craftstash so I could keep it on my desk. It's difficult to see the numbers, that is a downside, but I think almost every scoreboard has the numbers in the exact same color as the board. But you've got inches on one side, centimeters on the other, and then the same again, you got inches on the top and centimeters on the bottom. So it's quite nice that you've got both. This took me ages to work out how to get off. You got to slide it and pull it up. I sat there yanking on it for ages. I was like, it's not coming. But yeah, and so you got this like sort of fine tip on that end and that one on the other end. But you don't, I mean, you don't need to use it. You can use whatever you've got. But it's super small and super flat. It is only up to 14 centimeters or 7 inches. So it's nice and small. And on the back, it has how you can do envelopes. It's got sort of a little embossing extras. And then this bit here I think is for the envelopes, so you can line it up and score your envelopes, which is so super cool. And this was really inexpensive, and it is really small, and I can just keep it on my desk. Like you can see my size of my hands. I can just pop that on my desk easily, where I store all of my craft junk. As you've seen in some of my videos, I sometimes have an avalanche come into the screen. So I do need to think carefully about how big the items are that I like to store on my desk for that reason. But I've got this and I've used it a few times. It's been really handy. Now, this is one of my other favorite purchases. I like to stock up on these glue sticks when they're on offer at Costco. So in the UK, we have a Costco. I know that in Canada and the States, you also have Costco. These are fantastic. They are my favorite glue sticks of all time. They stick really well. I use them in my journal making and bookbinding. They adhere really well. I've got journals that I made about 5 or 6 years ago. The adhesive is not lifted. I really like them. You can get these on offer. When they're on sale, there's a 24 pack and you can get them for about £3.50 for a whole pack. So cracking bargain. My mother-in-law picked them up for me because she lives right down the road from Costco. So I'm very grateful. Thank you, Sue. And they are my favorite. So I usually get a pack or 2 of them when they go on offer. And if I do children's crafts or party bags for my kids, I usually include one of these in there with some craft bits because I know they're really good quality glue sticks. Next up is a bit more boring. I picked up some microfiber cloths. You can get them anywhere, just find wherever is cheap. I've got loads from Tesco's here in the UK, but these I picked up from Amazon. I think I got them as a pack of 10, and I use them for cleaning my stamps, cleaning off my work surface and everything. And so when I clean my work surface, I just use water and I spray the water onto my cloth and then wipe it down. If I've got stamps that I'm using, maybe like VersaFine ink on, then I would take my stamp cleaner and I'll spray it on here and wipe my stamp, and it just saves on the environment. So what I do is I tend to rinse them really well in the sink and then just chuck them in with my normal laundry, and I've never had an issue with the ink going onto my clothing or the chemicals or anything like that, because I do rinse them before I put them in the washing machine. But I wanted more, because I find that I will be crafting and I might, if I'm having a really big session of crafting, I might go through 3 or 4 of these or more in one day, depending on what I'm working with and depending how messy it is. And I just kind of chuck them by my office door in a really nice trashy kind of way. And then I scoop them all up, usually like at the end of the week, and I put them all in the wash and wash them all in one go. So I was finding having like 6 or 7 wasn't enough, so I bought another 10. So I'll put the links for everything I'm showing you today down in the description box if you want to check them out. I'm really happy with the quality of these. These are way bigger than my Tesco's one. So these are my Tesco's ones. They are probably an inch on all sides bigger. So they're much bigger. You can feel they're a slightly different quality, and I'm really happy with them. I think they're going to work great. In my last little haul video, I picked up a whole bunch of twine from this shop on Aliexpress, and I went and got all the rest of the colors. So I now have about 20 of these rolls of twine. You get an absolute ton of twine on each roll. There's a lot on each one. I wanted all the colors. I love having different shades of pink. I've got some now with the gold in it as well, and they worked out really well in terms of price point. I think they were around £2 a roll in the end with, I can't remember if there was shipping or not. And they came so quick. It was a week or 2. And that was it, and they were here. And I mean, they're heavy and they're huge, and they came so quickly. So really recommend this company on AliExpress. They were fantastic. I've ordered paper bags from them before as well. Their customer service is fantastic, so I'll link them down below. But really happy with all this twine, and now I'm set for life with twine. So next up, I did some shopping on Every Craft's a Pound again. I got some more of the stamps that I am in love with from there. If you watched my recent video on making your own sprays and doing a really fun technique, I picked up another few of these stamp sets. They're £1 each. They are photopolymer. They're huge. They're from Tonic. So they are beautiful. And if you watch my last video, I'll link it down below. You can see me using these in there. I picked up another few sets of these to give away to friends because when I did my technique, I had a few people say they love it. So I grabbed another few of those, given they're only £1 each. I then also got some fun bits. So I've got these pegs. And what I like to do is make up little craft packs. And so I'm going to be making up a Christmas themed craft packs and selling them at Christmas time. I'm going to do children's ones and adult ones. But these are great for posting little tags onto the bags with people's names. So I picked up some of these so I could do that. They were £1 each. I got some little jingle bells to add to projects, Christmas projects, for £1. More pegs. Then I got this chunky tinsel yarn, which I thought would be fun for including in my Christmas packs. I got a few rolls of this. They were £1 each, and I just thought this is really fun for Christmas tags. Now I buy all my acetate from Every Craft's a Pound, so I've got 5 sheets, 220 microns, for £1. This is the acetate I use on my shaker cards. It's my favorite, so I usually buy a few packs each time I do an order. Then I got more paper pads because who can have enough? I got these for my Christmas kits. I plan to use them up in my Christmas packs. They were all £1 each pack, and so I got a few. They're only the 6x6 version. Normally I get the 12x12, which is also £1, so you get a lot more for your money. But they sold out. And I do have a few of these in 12x12 from last year when I bought them from there. So I've got the Magic Moments one here. Then I've got a couple of these Happy Holiday ones, which is like green, black, and red, and white. Then I got the Jolly Holidays. Now this one is fun because it comes with glitter paper. So as you can see, you've got some sparkly candy canes. You've got the sparkly globes, sparkly embossed Christmas words on that one. There's the sparkly globes, sparkly reindeer. And then you get your double-sided papers towards the back once you're done your specialty ones. But it's just a really nice, it's really thick, more like card than paper, and is gorgeous. Loads of fun. So I had bought this last year and used it on quite a few Christmas projects, so I picked up a few more of those. From there, this is a pack that I wasn't meant to share from a magazine kit. Right, so that is my Every Craft's a Pound items. Next I picked up some ink pads on Aliexpress. I wanted to try these because they look so similar to the VersaFine ink pads, and I thought I would try them out. Now they aren't as nice as the VersaFine, that's for sure, but they are like a shimmer ink pad, but they won't last you as long as a quality one. But I mean, if you need a quick color and you don't want to spend much, these were about £2 an ink pad. So I'll just grab a quick stamp and share with you how it stamps. There's a bit of scrap paper. So I'm just going to ink it up and stamp it down. So it's quite juicy. It's a pigment ink for sure. It's got a bit of a sheen to it. So overall, it works just fine. It doesn't seem to be dried out at all. Stamp's quite nice and clear, but because it's pigment, it's obviously going to take a little while to dry. So these were about £2 each. I got a pink, a yellow, and a green. So I'll link those down below for you. So next up I got a bunch of items from Alina's shop on Aliexpress. So she's got new foils in her shop. These foils are heat embossing kind of foils. So the idea is you stamp your image with embossing ink, use some embossing powder, and you run it through your laminator, and you can get a beautiful foiled look. She's got several videos on her YouTube channel. If I can remember, I'll link her channel down below. So I plan to have a go with these. I've got sort of a rose gold, silver gold, and pink, and I'm gonna have a go with those and see how we get on. She's got several different kinds of foils in her shop. She's got foils as well if you have a hot foil machine. She's got some foils for that. And then these ones are for embossing. So I'm really excited to try those out. Also in her shop, she now has an embossing pad, embossing ink pad. And so I will be trying that out and letting you know how that goes and see how I get on with it. Also, she has an embossing pen. So you've got a fat tip on this end of the pen, and you've got the fine tip on that end of the pen. And this is for, you know, if you miss a bit on your embossing, you could just kind of draw it in with your pen and then put your embossing powder over it. So she's got that as well, which I will try out and let you know how I get on. Then I got a bunch of gems from her shop. Now, some of them have popped off a little bit. So like on this one, you've got quite a few that have popped off. So I will need to use some glue on those, but I will feed that back to her. That I think just through the post, probably through the changing climate on the airplane would be my guess. Some of them have popped off because you know how it is on airplanes, it can get very cold and very hot. So a few of them have had some pop off, but these are all the new colors of pearls in her shop. So I've got some of all of them, which is quite fun. Then I stocked up more on her tape. I've got another 2 rolls on my desk. This is the 5mm foam tape. This is perfect for shaker cards. It's nice and thin, and it is super sticky and super strong. So when you see my videos, I will always be using this for shaker cards. It's my favorite all-time adhesive for that. Then I picked up this paper pad from her shop. I really liked it because it's got lots of text on it and really cute images. So you may have seen in one of my last videos when I made the texture paste or the paste, I used some of this paper as my decorative background. So that's where that paper came from, was this jungle set. Then last but not least, I had to get more gems. So she is going to be discontinuing these boxes. So I recommend if you do want one of them and you've been toying with whether to buy them or not, you should get them sooner than later. She said that they are extremely expensive for her to post, so she loses money on them because she's got to pay a lot of money to get them to us. So she is discontinuing them. So I bought 3 last month, and then when she said she was going to discontinue them, I thought I'll buy another 3. So even with the shipping, it still worked out really good. I thought the price was very fair and very good. So I have bought more, and then I also wanted to get all the colors of the gems in her shop, which I think for the most part I have done. But it is a bit tricky to work out which ones I have and which ones I don't. There are some color variations between the big and the small gems. So you can see, I'm not sure if you can tell, but this one is slightly more pale than this one. This one's a bit brighter. So there are slight color differences in some of the gems, but not enough that it would be difficult to use together on a card, if you can see what I mean. So I like having the big ones and the small ones in all the colors. These are the gems I use the most on my cards. I am putting them on almost every card I make. I also use these in my shakers. So when I do shaker cards, I'll use them in there. But she's got a huge color spectrum. There are 25 colors to choose from, and they're the ones that I use the most. So I have now got, I think, nearly 10 of these cases. Don't judge. Don't judge. And 2 of them are full of the flat back gems, and the rest are full of different sequins and embellishments. But I love these containers because I have got the little storage jars, and all I need to do is just pour a few out, and then I can use my little sticky tool, pick them up and stick them on cards, or I can put them into my shakers, and I can just take out each jar as I please. And they are just really handy. Now, the one thing I find sometimes that happens in the post is sometimes this handle breaks off, which I don't use the handle, it's not a problem for me, and sometimes the clips kind of come a bit broken. It is really hard, I think, for her to post these because they have to come so far overseas. So sometimes there is a little bit of damage, but I've never had anything that I can't work with. And I just love this storage system. They also stack really nicely, so they sit really nice on top of each other. So I just store them on my shelf and just kind of stack them up, and I can see straight through the box, so I know exactly which gems are in which box, so I can grab them really quickly and easily. So that's why I've purchased so many of these. Some of you watched my latest video where I did some sprays, and I used this stamp set here. This is a photopolymer stamp set, and it was absolutely stunning and gorgeous, and I loved it. So what I did was I went out to Craftstash, bought one for a friend, but also they had other ones, so I picked them up as well. They kind of like a little family of these kind of stamp sets. So I will try and tilt them so my light's not catching them quite so badly. But there are a few in the set. I think there's maybe 1 or 2 more that I didn't pick up. They're all really affordable. They're about £4 each. Craftstash ship worldwide, so you can buy them from anywhere. And I am really happy with them, apart from the fact that they've obviously changed suppliers at some point, but they are no longer photopolymer. So these are silicone stamps, so you don't get the same kind of staining on the stamp like this one. But also I find silicone stamps a bit more difficult to stamp with. I find you have to use a more pigment ink to get a nice clear image to get it to stick with it, or you need to sort of what crafty people call condition your stamp. So you may need to rub it with a rough eraser or rub it with a cloth before you use it to get your ink to stick to it a bit better. So I'm not as big of a fan of silicone stamps, but they do make them more affordable, and that way you can get more stamps, really, can't you? So I've got these. I'm going to be playing with them and stamping with them, but these are all from Craftstash, so I bought those ones. Then Tonic had a bit of a sale, so I did a little bit of shopping on Tonic. And basically what made me purchase on there, I'm sure I bought something else and now I can't remember what it was. I've wanted this bone folder for a really long time. It is, I think it might be a Teflon bone folder, but it was on offer for £12 at Tonic. And I thought I would give it a go and try it out. The reason I wanted it was I like the end, so you can crease down things with the end of that. And it shouldn't mark your paper or anything like that. It has really good reviews online. So I thought I would give this one a go. So I picked up that bone folder. Then they had some of their own Tonic scissors on offer. So these ones were, I think, around £1 or £2. And they are fussy cutting scissors. And then I couldn't resist. Now I have done a second Tonic order, which I'm waiting for, because they had all their Tonic, or all their Tim Holtz scissors on sale for nearly 50% off. So I picked up these little guys for £5. Now I have got the original version, and I don't really like them. They are serrated on one of the edges, so when you cut your paper, you get this serrated kind of bumpety edge. So for fussy cutting, you get this sort of wonky, not wonky, but crinkled kind of edge, and I don't really like it. So I use these for cutting ribbon and smaller little things. However, I was more convinced about picking these up when I saw Tash Foot using them for fussy cutting, and when they were only a £5 for these beautiful, really strong, good scissors, I thought I had to have a go. And they cut beautifully. I've already been fussy cutting some things out, which I hate fussy cutting, but these definitely make it a lot easier. And they come in this really cute little case. So I have ordered the next size up. I have these ones currently. I bought these, I think, from Craftstash. And then I've got the middle size coming as well from Tonic, because they've got a sale on. So very happy with those. And these cut beautifully as well. Then I picked up this from Seven Hills Crafts, I believe is what it's called. They sell a lot of American stamp sets, ink pads and things in the UK. They ship it all over. And I really wanted this because I have a die that says hello and a die that says hugs. And I really wanted to be able to have some sentiments that went with those dies. So obviously they've got all these lovely, beautiful sentiments that go coordinate with those, so I can put these onto cards. I'm really excited about this set. You'll probably see it a lot in my videos. Okay, so I knew there was something else I was missing. I was sat there thinking, what else did I get from Alina's shop? I'm sure there was something that was really important that I got from there that I was desperate for. I mean, I love my gems. It was the word dies. So she has come out with a whole bunch of word dies, and I believe you can get them in different kinds of bundles. I went for the biggest bundle. I think it was £13 plus shipping. And I think that's a cracking bargain. But I love them. And what I wanted was, I mean, this is all the words that I've got that have outlines or shadows already from her shop. I didn't add the outlines on them except for the Hello in Spring. But I loved this font, and I asked her if she would please consider making more words in this font because it's beautiful, it's the perfect size. With the shadow, it just looks amazing on cards. I absolutely love it. So this is one of my recent cards when I did my paste. So you can see that's the thank you I used there. That's the same font that she has done all her new dies in. So we now have Happy Birthday in the same font, Hugs, Friends, Smile, Wishes, Hooray, Peace, Congrats, Celebrate, Beautiful. And then we get this great set here where you've got You, For, Just, Dad, Mom, Kisses, Love, Hello and Hi. So I am well excited. I will die cut all of these out and I will add them to my little paper here so I can always have a look and see what sentiments I've got. But I'm so happy about these. They were about £13, I think I said, with shipping on top of that, but it was such good value. So I can now go ahead and finish off my paste cards and finish off all of my spray cards. So they're great for bulk card making. You could just die cut a whole ton of them out and then just have them ready to go. So I've got all these stickers. These took forever to come. Now I know there's been COVID and things, but this was about 5 months I waited for these. Now they are very, very tiny stickers, but you do get several sheets in each pack and they are stickers, so you can peel them right off. They're just cute little vellum stickers. That one's sticking a little bit. They're just cute little vellum stickers that come off like that you can put on your projects or your envelopes, decorate things with. They're really sweet. So I got this sort of teapot and teacup set with cakes and things. Then I've got this hedgehog set here. It's got loads of cute little hedgehogs. There's 6 sheets in there as well. So you can see all those little hedgehogs and they all peel right off. They're all die cut out for you. So you can see on the back a bit, you can see that cutting. So I've got several of these sheets already. I love, 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 love using these little stickers for things like going on the corner of my envelope just to embellish it. I love stickers on envelopes, so I got these for that kind of purpose. I think they're cherry blossoms. So they're absolutely gorgeous, really cute, just vellum stickers. So they're see-through, lovely. So those are all from Aliexpress. I will do my best to link everything in the description box. I do forget stuff occasionally, so please do just ping me a comment and let me know what I've forgotten and I'll put that link in for you. And then in one of my recent videos I showed you some stick and spray. It was a temporary adhesive which I used to stick my stencils down with. So I thought I would get the normal adhesive to stick intricate die cuts down with. So I bought this. This was about £6 or £7 on Amazon. And I have to say it was a massive disappointment. The one for stencils is perfect, absolutely brilliant, does the job. This was a mess. You get, I think, about 30 seconds for you to sort of get it adhered down. It kind of becomes tacky after 30 seconds. But it was a mess. It got all over my fingers. It was a sticky, jubbly mess. And when I went to put my intricate die cuts together, by the time I stuck them together, because I'd sprayed like 3 words at a time, so I could do a stacked effect, and they just started lifting and peeling off because I didn't stick them before it dried. But when I was working with it when it was still wet, it was just sticking to my fingers. So please don't buy this. This is not a good use of money. I will have a few more goes with it to see if I can get it to work, but this one does not work well. So I would avoid this one if I were you. It was a right mess and it was really disappointing because it was about £6 or £7. It was quite expensive. So I would avoid this one, just so you're aware. Right, so that is the end of my haul video. I hope you had fun with me. I hope I haven't encouraged you to spend too much more money. But please do subscribe and hit the like button and the bell. Apparently the bell is very important. You won't know if I've posted a video without hitting the bell. So make sure to do all those things so you can follow along with me and see my next videos and see me using all these products I've shared with you today. Thank you so much for joining me. Take care. Bye.